Todd Medina, Soldier One Studios.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
It's also a Soldier One Studios production. Appreciate. What's up, bro? We're live.
Hey, I really appreciate this. I was waiting for this moment. I love your energy so much.
I love your energy. That's why we're here.
Hey, you are like a mother. I see.
Here, let me turn that off. I thought you were gonna be a minute, so we're gonna turn that off because I got a surprise for you. Wait a minute. Hang on. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm always love. What else can be? Sometimes this matrix shows this, but love is always here.
Here, let me check the sound. Hang on a second.
Are we live or are we testing?
Yeah, no, we're live.
Okay. No problem. My mustache is okay.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, your mustache is fine. Hang on a second. We're gonna have a good show. This is gonna be a freestyle.
Sure.
Let me see here. I need some light.
I love your music taste.
I know. That's one reason I was attracted to you. I like your music taste.
Oh, yeah. You know, in India we say birds of same feather flock together.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Thank you for hosting. I'm really honored.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. It's been a crazy time. I'm sorry it took so long for us to get together. Hang on.
I know it's crazy time. I can feel it. I can see it. But it's beautiful.
Let's see here. Is it working?
I love your music taste.
There you go.
Yeah, this is spiritual.
All right, so we're gonna roll this impromptu show out.
Okay.
We got a dear brother over on the other side of the world. I just caught his energy. He caught mine. We've been trying to connect. And of course, in my crazy life, it's been difficult. So I thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
Let me say hello to Jill Nicholas. Thank you for your continued love and support. Darla Diaz, John Garrison, Edith Ann. Ryan Aguilar's in the house. Elaine DeGregorio's in the house. Thank you for all the work you do. Your service to humanity. Guillermo Solares is in the house. Nancy Hodges, Edith Ann. And Edith Ann says, glad to meet you, Purna. So
well, I'm glad to meet everybody. I feel everybody's energy. Everybody's so beautiful. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, so I don't even know how I found you. I just saw some crazy stuff. There's my I saw you posting some stuff, and
yeah, I love to be sometimes extreme.
I don't know if you want to just, you know, we this is Soul Speaks 5D. It's a pleasure to be in front of your friends and my friends, all of our friends, all of our family. I don't know if you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, I know you're I can already tell you're like a unicorn.
Yeah, so lion, unicorn, dragon, all together mixed universe within problem.
Yeah, you're a hybrid dragon unicorn. But I don't know if you want to just take a minute, tell us a little bit about yourself. I don't want to mispronounce your name. And, I just want to say, let us know when you woke up. Did you woke up? Have you always been woke? How do you pronounce your name? Tell us where you're from and tell us what your passion is. I'm going to turn the screen over to you.
Well, my name's Purna Ananda. That's actually my passport name. This is my passport name. Well, my story quite long. I'm 36 years old. I woke at 20. And that time there was problems with my family, problems with college people and everything. And it kind of just took me to leave the world and go to India and stay there for years. And I stayed there until I kind of find myself. Then I came back here to Slovenia. I live in Slovenia. This is actually such a beautiful country. It's like heaven on earth. No violence, no crime. Water is pure. Nature is beautiful. I just feel so blessed to be here. And I'm working mostly with American audience. I was always trained with in English language and like this. I didn't know why, but now I know why. I found my purpose. So, well, I should be short. I left this world. I went to India. I came back. I always felt I'm a teacher inside. I always felt this, but there was so much problems. I was born highly autistic active and many problems since birth. I mean, with family, teenage years were completely destroyed. People said I will die at 20, but now I'm completely healed almost, you know. So now I'm working because I went through so much and healed so much and came out as a diamond. So I'm working to inspire others, to motivate them to become their greatest version. And in this way, I'm becoming greater every day. In giving, we receive, no?
That's
So,
beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
So what
That's
I
one of
do
the
here, I do actually, I'm very simple. I said, my love knows science. You know my love. She knows science. I know only her. So speaking very simple about love, teachings, how to release that stuff, that karma, that what does not serve us, how to integrate that what really serves us, our real self, how to find ourselves. And I don't know, I cannot keep nothing for myself. What I realize, what I going through, I always share with the world. And in this way, I feel I'm getting so much.
Yeah.
And I'm so blessed here with all the people that are listening always and my star family. And now with you, and everything is coming together.
Yeah.
I found my purpose. 3 years ago, I knew I had to teach. I started to teach. And until that moment, kind of source sustains me through the hearts of good people, just like you.
How do you, thank you, my brother, for that beautiful answer. How do you teach people? I know you have expressions artistically. I think, are those some of yours behind you on the wall?
Yes. Everything is my art. I'm a poet. I'm a writer. And also, I kind of feel I'm a psychologist because I healed all these mental diseases within me, bipolar, autism. Autism is beautiful. It's still here because it's gift. But anxiety is severe and depression. So I'm helping people to tell them my story so that they can know that they can do it also. They can come through out of this like a diamond, and they will be grateful for all the hustle and trouble that was in their lives before. And if they are now struggling, I'm telling them, one day you will smile like me. Just do the work, be positive. Know that these are your gifts. Know that tests are coming and everything. Just never lose hope. Never lose faith.
Man.
And always go on the right direction.
I love that message. You're a writer, and I love that too. I'm a writer. But you know, I'm looking at your wall with those expressions, and I also see you come from the same shamanic school I do. I see a couple of bottles up there. One looks like a wine bottle. But you know what I love about your spirit is it's fearless and free and laughs all the time.
Yes, this is what I am. I always do what I like, what is in my heart, and I tell others, be sincere. If you don't like what I do, tell me. I mean, in my house, I will not accept it on my page. But if I come to you, please tell me. Please tell to others how you feel. Be sincere, because those who are sincere, they will accept you. And those who do not love you, who want to change you, who needs them? So I try to give them that what I have. Yeah. This is my work.
So you've had a journey of self-healing.
Yes, I have, because my life was really terrible.
When did you start to realize that you had the power to transform anything at all, specifically with the universe that you are, by healing yourself, transforming what you were, you know, from a certain perception burdened with, but you turned that into a blessing. When did you realize that you could heal yourself?
Well, I kind of always felt somehow I will heal. But I remember at age of 20 when I was completely destroyed by drugs and all these problems and mental stuff, I kind of said to source, I did not even know then to who I'm telling, that I want new body, new mind. And now, after some years, it happened, you know. So I started to realize this maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago, that I can really heal myself. But then at that moment when I realized so much was already healed, my anxiety was gone, my depression was gone, then I realized, oh, all doctors were wrong.
That's right.
My heart was right. So
That's right. I love it, man. Hey, do you have any of your poetry laying around? Could you read something to us? Or could you
oh,
just
I don't have now laying around nothing, but I can say something. My heart.
do you ever do any poetry to music?
I play flute.
You do?
I play flute, but singing, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm better.
Do you have the flute? Do you have a flute handy? Do you have a flute with you?
Yes. Yes.
Get your flute out. Let's just be spontaneous.
I have to put my phone somewhere that you can see. Okay.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah, let's just be spontaneous, intuitive, creative in this eternal moment. That's all we have. That's all we are.
Kiowa, native. And now in winter coming, we will see if it will play, because it's not really winter instrument. In summer plays so beautifully, but now we make miracle. Everything will be fine. The last day I was playing in the city, I go 1 time, 2 times per week on the city, and it didn't play. Now I'm trying to fix something, but I realized that it's just the wood and the weather and all this. Let me just.
We're going to figure it out.
Yeah, now it will play. Inside
we got plenty of good energy here. A lot of people here.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
So,
man, you got to keep playing that. I got a little something to say to that. Keep going with it. I
don't know nothing. I just got this flute and I kind of started to play. I remember something past life, something where you are now. I was living there in old times. And
oh yeah, I think I was living with you in the same teepee. We were probably sitting around that fire smoking the peace pipe.
Sure.
So
we will do this one day for sure. Again.
Oh yeah. The sound that comes out of your flute, the vibration that comes out of your flute.
Yes.
It carries more wisdom than anything I could ever say, or you could ever say, or anybody could ever say.
Yes.
I just approach each day by let's add more frequencies to this ever expanding vibration. That's who we are, what we're part of. So if you would play your flute a little bit, let's see if we can do a little soul speak with your flute.
I will do now, because in winter, actually, in summertime and springtime and all this, I go to the city and I go live from the city, or I record videos in the city when I'm playing like 20 minutes and then I post it. But now for sure in winter I am to do it also. Yes. That's because right. I love my flute and people really love my flute. Because
I know.
It's the code. Actually, codes of love is coming, and people in the city. Last time one lady, she came to me. She said, "Thank you for blessing our city. Thank you for blessing our city." She told me, So I love my flute. Yes, I love my flute.
Play some more for us.
Yes. Now
you know what I love about your flute. sound is that it not just has the indigenous, it has a galactic vibration to it.
Because I'm intergalactic. I have all the DNA in my blood. Also, my genes are all over this world. So I'm human. And I'm alien.
The human is the hero. Celinda Regan says, "Wow, play again."
Okay.
Darla Diaz says, "Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful."
Yeah, she's beautiful.
All right. This is what it's all about. A little soul revival.
All about beauty. Yeah.
Just keep playing. Keep playing. So Celinda Reagan says, feeling it inside. Keep playing. I think we're all feeling it inside. It's a place where truth abides and lies cannot live. And the dreams that we are never die. Truth, wisdom, love, courage, fearlessness, trust, freedom, and sovereignty in that vibration that our brother's given us. We're all a vibration, same story and station. One soul nation, one soul tribe. Mother Mystic says the veil's been lifted.
Yes.
It's time to grab your grip. Let your soul shine, your sovereignty rip. We're all sharing the same trip. We're entering the realm of collaboration. And what carries more activations than any channeling, download, or transmission is when in the moment, in the present moment, we take all that we came in with, all the Akashic, all the experiences, and we empower ourselves, especially for those two or more, authentically raw and real. Damn. Oh, damn. That's like Call of the Wild.
Thank you for loving me, all you.
Yeah, that's some primordial stuff. That's making me want to growl and stuff and like start crawling around naked on the
This
floor.
melody just came from my heart, you know.
Yeah.
5 years ago or something, I have different flute, but same Kiowa 5 years ago. Just came out of my heart. This song. And when I play this in the city, people are just like, oh, you know. Everybody gets activated. I mean, where that I am, I can speak and write to those that can connect to it. But to the flute, everyone can connect.
Yeah.
Everyone. And everyone feels the love regardless their level, regardless what they believe or what they see or what they don't see.
Yeah, there's colors in the sounds.
Yeah, I can see them. You probably see them also.
I see them too. All I see around you is a bunch of pink, auric, unconditional love colors all around you. Yeah, I know the answer to this question already because I can relate. And that is that in all this, in this whole trip that we're on, and in our own personal moment, because everything is personal, that for me, like expressing, you know, be it a poetry piece or prose or a soul speak to music or a broadcast or whatever it is, it's you just lose your self-consciousness, lose the embarrassment, lose the shame and the blame, and
Yes.
you just express your heart. So that sound coming out of that flute is your heart.
Yes, my heart.
That's what I see. That's what I see and feel.
Our heart. I love this flute. I just, Sister Angela, who gave me, she disappeared some, I don't know, but I'm so grateful, I got this flute. I'm so grateful. I lost the other flute in the forest, could not find. Like Krishna lost the flute in the forest. And then
The
the new one.
enchanting Krishna. The enchanting Krishna. You can appreciate. Have you ever seen that poem that my friend from India, your brother and my brother, his name is Gop. He wrote a poem called "The Smiling Messiah," and I do it to. Have you ever listened to that? And I do it to an old.
Sure, when you told me.
Yeah, and he talks about the smiling flute player, the enchanting Krishna.
I love the smile. When I go to the city, I love the smile, looking to people, looking to but children. I go because of the children. Because children, they stop their parents. They are dancing there. They are all beautiful. They come there to me. And all the change I get, the children, they get from their parents, It's beautiful. Beautiful for the children. That's why in the winter I miss it. In the winter I miss it.
So you in the summer, I guess in the spring and the summer, you play in the city?
I play like 8 months in a year. Then in 4 months, this 4 months I don't play.
Well, maybe what we need to do is during these 4 months when you're having the cold weather, is you play the flute. You play the flute here on the Soldier Network, and we'll put a little tip jar out or whatever you put out, and see if we can't help you in the off season sustain yourself.
Yes. Actually, I feel everything is to be all right because I know what is my work and I'm doing this, and people are really. I mean, it could be a lot better. It goes months from month, but Source sustains me through hearts of good people. Everything's so beautiful. I cannot believe I'm a simple man, and I live a simple life, but I have what I need, And I'm so blessed with family who helps me. I just unconditionally ask. And those who really.
You are literally an adept. An adept. In the late 1890s, at least the last published reference I've ever seen of any adepts, there were some Englishmen, writers, newspaper owners, I don't remember. They went to Nepal, and they were in this small village, and they met a group of 10, 12, 14, 15 men who would come down from the mountain every day, and they were 400 to 500 years old, and every day they would come down to the city from where they lived, probably in caves or tents, and they would always be laughing and performing and joking around and smiling, and they knew that the universe would provide for them each and every day. And when I went homeless, I remember from the first day, I remembered that story, and I thought to myself every day, and it happened. It happened. I knew every day I would get up, I would find what I need, I would find food, I would find a place to sleep, and I'll never forget that. That's the kind of energy that you carry. And I think that having a conversation with you is an honor, and it's an activation in itself. But with your heart coming through those notes of the flute, I think in this transition or in 5D and above, that speaks more to any of us and activates us more than anything. So thank you for that. We're gonna have to do another one. But before we do that, I went to your page today, and like I said, one of the reasons that I enjoyed your energy and I went after you to see if you'd come on the show is because of your music taste. So I found. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking because I posted that. I was thinking, how do you feel about it? Because some light workers don't feel good about gangster rap. But I just sincerely myself, I put this out. This is what I love, and I love that you love their music because you can feel their hearts. These are masters like you and me.
Let's check this one out. Okay, let's check this one out. See if you want to play your flute to it. You posted it on your
Yeah.
page, and it's a excuse me, it's a DJ, and it's a Lil Peep and Bryson Tyler type beat called Angels. So we want to give props. First of all, this is not our music, but we're just going to collaborate with you in the 5D plus, my brother here. Here we go. And the DJ is Grilla Beats, GRILLABEATS. Here we go. You want to get that flute out?
Yes, he. My love is here.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. That's all right. You get it.
This is what I said. This is what happens.
Okay. Take your time. Take your time. You picked out a good beat, so the beat can speak for itself. The beat itself is full of activations.
Yeah, they are good.
Very good taste. I'm going to do a soul speak to this little beat right here. I'm going to download it. See what we got. There we go. Here we go. Just make it up as we go. We're all universal. Halo from the hood, homegrown.
Let's go. Oh, I'm not cinched, I see. What to do? I'm not perfect.
I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. This is how you do it, though. Just like you said, you know, you tell people about what you're going through, what you've been, where you've been.
Yeah, it jammed.
You're good.
I don't know why, but this case is not winter instrument, you know.
So tell me about your writing. How often do
This
you
is
write
my
your poetry?
this is my passion. This is my passion. Flute is my second passion. I do this like 2 times a week, but I have to write every day something for my family. It's our family. I don't know. I started this there many years ago, like 5, 6 years ago, and immediately the poems came out that were kind of sound like old masters, Rumi and Lalone and like this. And I just love to write my heart out. Sometimes I write some instructions because people are struggling, giving their powers away, and really being sacrifice of others and like this, or holding on to their illusions. And I see, I feel, and I just write what I need, and it's always what I need. But mostly I love poetry, but what it comes in my heart like a seed, and it comes out of my heart like a beautiful poem.
Yeah.
Usually
You know,
just
I saw something that you wrote yesterday, and it's really long, but there was a part of it that and this was what you were just talking about. This was more not really instructions, but you're just saying like it is.
Yeah.
So it's not really poetry, but it has a poetry-esque.
I like to give poetry inside even the what is called instruction or shadow work or whatever it is. I like to give poetry inside.
That's what I mean. In this piece that you wrote, which I would recommend to everybody to go see it on his page. It's called what is this one called? Let's see. Opinions of others about you have nothing to do with you, but everything to do with them. And then it goes into a really cool commentary. But in part of it, you say this: people have right to their opinion about your truth. They
Yes.
have that source given right by their free will, that source given to them. But guess what? They cannot change your truth one bit. One bit. They cannot change your truth. I give you my word. Your friends do not oppose you or want to change you. Birds of same feather flock together, so flock with no other. I give you my word. Spiritually advanced human beings never want to change you. Masters see you as you are and want you to be yourself only. Your true friends inspire you to be more yourself every moment from the heart. Follow your heart. I am your true friend. I want you to be yourself only and to follow your heart. That's what I am here for. Do what you desire in this world now, this moment, beloved heart. I give you my word. That's some powerful stuff, bro.
I like to dig. I like to put this in my every word. I give you my word because this really gives the word. Yes, yes. Because in 3D, we've been living in Matrix for so long, and we think that we have to give power away. We think that others have to approve us, others, uh, we have to answer to others, explain ourselves to others. But it's 5D energy is something completely else. Is I am myself and you are yourself, and because I love you as you are and you love me as I am, we dance together. And if I don't agree with somebody in 5D, I don't go after them. I don't tell them what are you doing, but I just know this does not resonate with me, but it resonates with others. It's love. So I don't mingle with that. And I'm very hard with somebody. I tell them this is my work, this is my expression. You don't have to agree with it, you don't have to accept it, you don't have to read it. If you don't like it, just find something that you like. And we all can live in happiness. I tell them, what about if you were creating something, you know you created love, and somebody would come with a stick and judge it and try to change it? How would you feel? This is how I feel.
Yeah.
If we all allow each other to be who we are and we are who we are ourselves, we can live in heaven.
Well, we can realize the heaven that we're in.
Yes,
Right.
that's what I meant.
You know what I love about this trip is that we are taking from our own perception through this conditioning and all these lives we've had.
Yes.
And we are taking this, what we perceived as a heavy density, as a bitch, as get me out of here, beam me up to the spaceship. I want to leave. We're taking this heavy density and we're converting it, we're transforming it, we're transmuting it. We're taking a species and transforming it into another species. And that is in the universe a very, very, very unique scenario. And that's what we're doing here. So,
Yeah, we are doing something that it was something that entire universe, entire galaxy, all the
yeah.
dimensions looking down upon us and cheering. And I'm telling to my friends, you think that you are fallen, you think that you, but the greatest beings of the galaxy, they are honoring you and really glorifying you.
Yeah.
This is how I feel.
You're exactly right about that.
Yes. Because what we are doing here and what every light worker is doing here, consciously, unconsciously, is something that I don't know. I get tears in my heart and eyes because I realize this, and that's why I'm really allergic when they on themselves, they are bad to themselves. You know.
Yeah. I need to give a shout out to my dear friend, TL Guadalupe here in Sedona. I just wanted to say that real quick. She's your sister. And I also wanted to say, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think the other thing that drew me to you was your rawness. You're raw.
Yeah, bro.
It's people use the word authentic. People use the word authentic, and I have too. Don't get me wrong, but there is a point beyond authentic
Yeah.
that is so raw, that is
Bro.
so naked and
Yes, this is
stripped
naked.
down to nothing. That
God.
it only reminds me of, I think if we lived in a different world, all the little Buddha statues with the big smiling faces we see all over the world in restaurants and different places, they wouldn't be wearing that sheet. They'd be naked. I mean, that's the message. That's the message of those little statues is that smile. It's like, don't take it so seriously. And when you can get to that point, past the point of embarrassment, there's a power through our expression and alignment that is mind blowing, like your flute. And I don't know if you got your flute going, if it's still working, but would you mind playing another one, just a short one?
Let us see. I just want to say that I like to express my flaws. I like to express that what people want to hide. I like to put out there also. I like to put out there also. I'm not pretending always to be positive. Sometimes something comes. Sometimes I'm very sensitive. I see things. And I express artistically my emotions out, rawly. Like you say, raw. This is the word I always use. Raw. Yes. Flute set. I don't know what it is, but
Hey, that was a beautiful comment you just made. And the thing about it is, you're right. It's the things that we hide from others. If we're trying to hide things from others, do you think we're trying to hide it from ourselves? You know what I mean? It's not
know
like,
what I know.
it's not like you say, okay, I love this part of it. I love this part of me, and I'm not going to tell anybody about it. It's the heart part of us that we do want to express and we need to express, and that activates everyone. But I just think what you said, it was said in a way that was real world, as human souls in transition. And what you're saying is, all those things that we hide, let's just bring them out, because at the end of the day, there's nothing that you haven't done or have done, or vice versa, energetically speaking, that I haven't or that you haven't that I've done. We're all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. We're all supernatural souls. Yeah.
And I told everything because my youth was kind of much violence and I went in bad company and there was much stuff. I put this out because you know what I feel? If we are keeping this stuff inside, we will never get free. We will keep it. So if I want to get free, I will show it, you know. And I got free and now I'm showing it. And it's like looking back to your darkness in light and you're proud because that made you a master. And that, what is now still not with alignment, I put it out because I know I want to get free of that. Just that. I don't want to keep it.
Beautiful. Beautiful wisdom, man.
You are beautiful also. I see like mother cow in you and you're a man. And this is because I come from Indian background, also some Indian genes. This is, I give you a compliment. Cow is a mother who takes care of everyone and gives milk. So I don't drink milk, but analogy.
I don't drink milk either, but milk comes in many ways, right?
But
The mother gives the milk in many ways. Go ahead.
cows that are loved, that are pets, that are like dogs and cats are today, I would have no problem because this would be motherly love. But now it's poison because mother is beaten. That's the problem.
Yeah, but energetically, we can control all that. Energetically, we recognize that mother love that you're speaking of, and I don't care if it's coming through a cow that's been fed stuff it shouldn't have eaten, or GMOs, or whatever the case is. We have the mother goddess energy in us, and that mother goddess energy is the most powerful energy, at least in respect to this realm that we've been in, where there was such a contrasting duality, which was rooted in the separation and the contrast and the imbalance of the feminine and the masculine energy being given false power. So I love what you're saying about the mother goddess, this is the power that brings the equalization to this realm and brings us to the point of heaven on earth. Your
Yes.
music, your
Yes.
expressions, your heart, your light, each and every one of us, whether we're on the screen or in a room by ourselves with no one watching us, just talking to the universe, has incredible exponential impact on the entire collective. You know,
Yes.
it
Yes.
does.
And I
So
want to
that's
add
beautiful.
something about Mother Goddess. I want to add something. I know I would not be anywhere. All my life since awakening, I was just fighting, working for Divine Feminine. And also in my page, there are mostly sisters, and this is what given me everything to work for Mother. And I like to call myself amazing bearded lady. You know?
Amazing bearded lady. You see, that's what I love about it. You know, when I started my journey, and most people know I went homeless for 2 years by my own choice, and and I had a lot of things happen to me, just like all light workers have all these traumatic events to wake you up. So I'm walking through the streets, and I'm in this park one night, and I was about 4 months into it. And the human side said to me, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm looking for a bench to sleep on or whatever. And
Yeah.
the human chatterbox started saying, "What the hell's going on? You don't have any money. You don't have a place to live. You don't have a job. You don't have a car. Look who you were. Look who you are now." And I laid on this bench and I just started crying, man. I was just like, oh my God. But I felt that, and I didn't know it at the time, but I felt that incredible power of the Mother Goddess.
Yes.
And I looked over at a
Yes.
trash can that was behind me, where I kind of like looked to see if there was anything fresh in there because it was behind a restaurant. I'd like to eat. And I saw this rat coming out of it, and I just started laughing because I heard the words, "This
I
is
honor
not real."
you.
And you got to be able to laugh. And I heard the universe laughing, and I laughed with the universe. And I understood at that time the power and the wisdom and the love in the laugh, you know? And there we go
Yes.
with the smiling Messiah.
Yes.
We're all the smiling Messiah. We're all Krishna.
I love comedy. I love to do comedy much because I feel comedy is like, that's why Jim Carrey is so successful today, like worker. Because comedy unites the heart. Comedian can express all these dark truths of the world in such a way that people will laugh at it and they will unite. And if somebody like, I will not mention name, if somebody like conspiracy theorists saying same stuff, people will get separated and in fear. So comedy,
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly right. You
yes,
know what
yes,
you know what I've wanted to do? Well, I don't know how to explain this, but we see things, right? And we see things. I believe the only prophecy that's real is a prophecy of our own lives, because we're seeing what can be, in that great void of, what is all this? I don't know anything. But I always see this thing where I'm like on a stage, and I got a little DJ thing set up and do a little dancing, soul speaking, but it's like a preacher and a comedian at the same time, walking around
yes,
talking about this whole thing that we're going through, and the humor in it all. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It-
I
Because
know
we're
what
we're
you mean
we're like
exactly.
we're like a dog. We've been like a dog chasing its own tail. Like we're looking everywhere, and the whole time we're chasing our own tail. We're chasing ourselves, and I find so much humor in that, so much beauty.
Yeah, that's why I found this. I call myself also fairy with attitude because if somebody disturbs me, judges me with something, and I don't, then I post something like a fairy with attitude comedy. I go in artistic mood and I post something funny because I was disturbed by something. Because comedy rocks, and then people are laughing at this and they lose fear and they realize, oh, it's true. Comedy is beautiful.
Yeah,
We
it
need
is.
comedy in the world like this, and cats.
And cats. Hey, you know what? Cats are very, very significant.
Yeah, I
Very.
know.
They carry a lot
That's
of
why
wisdom.
I'm pouring. I can pour very nice. I love cats, but I don't have one here because it's in building apartment, and I want cat to be free. so I don't keep prisoners. But
Let's
I
try
have
that.
all the cats in the village.
Try that flute again. Hello, Deborah Denori. How you doing? Need to talk and hook up.
Let us try the flute again. Oh, yeah, now it plays. You see, just love.
See, you just needed to warm up.
Okay.
These are the words of Purna Ananda, our brother. To the music of his flute. You know, Christ never quoted no religious book. And he spoke from the heart. Neither Krishna and neither Buddha. He spoke from the heart. Christ said that you are to do greater things. Just saying.
Birds. I feel like birds.
You know, open the scripture of your heart for greater things to be done through you. Purna Ananda. Here's another one. Purna Ananda. Let us stop being angry, really. Let us realize that everyone is all right in whatever dimension they are. And let us relax, focusing on ourselves. Let us surrender, floating on love, now heaven on earth. Everything is all right. Only love is now. Purna Ananda.
Yeah.
Man, you write some good stuff, bro.
That's why this is my purpose. And this love now, this appeared to me 3 years ago, and I'm always using love now. Love now. There is only love and there's only now. And if now is lost, love is lost. We have to be love now here. That's how I feel.
You want to hear something crazy? Is somebody's on my account and just put the word beautiful and posted it in the comments, and it wasn't me. That's weird. But that's cool. Maybe it was the universe doing it for me. Maybe it was my higher self, hacking into my account.
Yeah, I see some stuff sometimes, I see some stuff sometimes on the phone that I know that is universe because phone cannot do this.
Very true.
But universe can come into the phone also, no problem. Because universe is in the phone is in the universe.
That's the thing, man. I had this thing happen to me like 4 nights ago. I'm in Sedona.
Yeah.
Which everybody knows is very powerful. And I had like this 10-day initiation where I was being shown all these aspects, dark and light, what we would call dark and light, and all these different things, right? And the bottom line was to stay in my power, and nothing has sovereignty over me. Not any of my multidimensional aspects, not any divine essence. I am that. I am the goddess God. I am that. And so that was what the whole trip was about. So, I got to this point and I finally kind of like balanced a little bit. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to do a soul speak, a spirit walk, like I've been doing for 3 years. I haven't done one in Sedona. So I was trying to find a place because I was in this little town. There was all these cars going by. So I went up this hill. I got to the top of the hill. And as I'm getting to the top of the hill, they said, you're not going to do a live tonight. We got something to show you, right? And so all of a sudden, all of the all of the buildings and all of the cars and all of the sounds from that, and everything went back to nothing but the trees and the landscape. But
Beautiful.
in that place was
Yes.
every point of darkness and every point of light. Everything was there facing me as I was facing it. And I said to myself, I am soul, you know?
Yeah.
And and when I said that, I could see the sacred geometry in the night sky all around me. I wasn't standing on the earth. I was standing in the center of the universe, and I could see like the inner workings of a Swiss watch.
Yes.
Everything was turning perfectly. It was not 2D or 3D. It was just like they were all spinning different directions.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And I laughed. And I just laughed. I said, "Oh my God, this is what this is, right?"
Yes. Darkness, like Rumi said, I'm the source of darkness and light. Actually, from the 5D perspective, from the source perspective, darkness works for love. It's no separation. We unite the aspects. Yes, I see my darkest days, my darkest nights. They help me to become the brightest.
Yeah.
So
And- yeah.
we need to
And that is,
understand
yeah.
the purpose of darkness. That we should not hate. We should not fight it.
No.
We should learn out of it and
Well,
unite it.
you take that darkness, whatever it is for any of us, like you're describing, my journey was the same. And when I
Yes,
took that darkness and I realized
yes,
how holy it was, that's when I think I probably first discovered, and I was still a little unconscious of it, but when I first discovered the mother goddess energy. The mother goddess energy was the energy that was with me when I was sleeping, behind a building or on a park bench or whatever. Okay.
yes,
It said, "You are loved. You are loved. You can keep going. There's a reason for this. There's a purpose for this." And all I could feel is like I would say it a lot of times that I am laying in the arms of Mother Universe. But that Mother Goddess energy is extremely powerful and has never left us. It's the highest vibration or frequency of unconditional love. And that there is so much more to it than those words unconditional love. It's power, wisdom, courage, selflessness. Uh, it's every virtue of the soul. She is
I like
that.
to
And
say
we are that.
that I'm nothing without. She's that everything that I'm nothing without. I like to say this in almost my every poem because it is so. Just darkness without mother. She's everything, creation, everything, love, everything, everything. And divine feminine, as it rises, as we help her to rise, brings heaven to earth. And we all have, like you said, I'm so blessed. I just walk here like 5 minutes. I'm in the forest. And I was always, because my mother left me, and when I was very young, like 2 years old, like this, but in forest, I always feel, and I say here, when I go to forest, I say I go to mother. And I feel in the forest, I just feel like I'm in a mother's lap. I feel every day like this. Every day, 2 times I go meditation in forest. I feel like I'm sitting and mother is, nursing that little poor baby. Like that.
you know, she does have that ability, or that frequency that we contain does have that ability, but it also at the same time it delivers that message. It's delivering the message of like the mother bird pushing the baby bird out of the nest so it'll fly. You know what I mean? You know what, you wrote something, and in the perfect synchronicity I found it because I was looking for it, which is the same thing I'm just trying to say now. And you said WTF. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it's what the fuck. All right. But this is what you say. You say, "I never had such dreams in my darkest night of the soul. I must be purifying consciousness of humanity. But it is not pleasant and it is exhausting. Crazy times, but greatest service. Ah, they can do nothing to me. That's why I serve as light in darkest. walls of human consciousness. But if
Yeah.
I wake up happy, all is well and love has won again. I won't mention names, but dark things don't come up in my dreams anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am too sensitive for your shit. I don't want to see your business, although I understand the purpose. God bless you.
Yeah. God
I
bless.
don't watch or follow politics, but they come in my dreams.
Yes.
I mean, we cannot divorce ourselves from any aspect of the universe, but we
No, I
can
love it.
take something on. Yeah, like you were saying earlier, like what I love about your writing is what you said earlier. We can recognize it, like you were saying. If you don't resonate with what I'm doing, then you know, okay. But by the
We
same
get,
token, if I don't resonate with what you're doing, I can still see the divinity in it. And I think
yes.
that's what you're saying. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you for that point. It was a great prose.
Because you see also these politicians. Now somebody is telling me somebody's doing bad things, but from the 5D perspective, no one can deny that that person did so much to awaken so many humans, but in mysterious ways that are not seen in 3D time and space at just this time that we
You
are.
know, I received something a couple of years ago,
Yes,
and yeah, we've all like Ram Dass says. Ram Dass says something to the effect of, "If you think you're awake or enlightened, go spend some time with your family." Right? I love that quote. But so it had to do with family members, and as we've all experienced in the closest circles of our lives, these very intense, emotional, very contrasted experiences that we've had, and it creates personal affronts. It creates prejudices. It creates bad feelings or whatever. But my point is, what I was shown was, and your poem reminded me of it, is that who else would you choose to deliver something in this experience that we've had in this realm with these multiple lives, then that wasn't good or didn't feel good, than someone who loves you the most. So those people that have been the opposite or the activator or the opponent or whatever you want to call it in this life are truly some of those that are closest to us.
yes, I feel this also. They actually love us so much that they did this from soul level. They love us so much that nobody else would do this because we want to learn this and we have to learn this. And they are giving that experience. They actually, maybe in this life we hate them. I don't hate nobody, but I just speaking like maybe in this life, and they even put this sacrifice. I love you so much, and you will hate me, but I love you so much that I will anyway do this service for you, and you will maybe hate me. From the soul level, if we look how everything is planned. So yes, yes. Actually, those who beat me most were the greatest teachers and greatest friends. As I relate to Indian philosophy, Yamaraj and Saturn, Shani, actually they are not in Indian tradition, not negative. They are actually just, but that's why I fell in love in Indian tradition so much back then, because they have no duality. They don't say devil and God. They don't separate like this. It's just really shows. And like Yamaraj, the god of death, and Shani, the Saturn, they say they are greatest teachers. They beat you so you become diamond. You know, they actually, if they were not here, you will never come out of that. So I love this.
Yeah, that's very true. I think of with a few personal experiences, both in the physical and the etherical, with the goddess Kali energy, or
Oh,
the
I love.
energy that's like Kali. Let me put it that way. Which again, everything's inside of us. Sometimes, and that's the transition we're in. It materializes outside of you, like in my beloved. My beloved, her face turned into Kali. half of it was black and half of it was white, and her tongue was hanging down to, like here. But she came in to address my shadows,
Yeah.
and it was harsh at times, and it was straight to the point, and it was bold. You know,
Yes.
it was almost brutal to the human. But the point is that energy that we all have, that I'm referring to as like the Kali type energy, comes in because, to your point, loves you so much that
Yes.
it's like, cut the bullshit. I'm coming in. Let's clean this thing up and move on.
Yes, she will pin you next to the wall. I'll do it. What? Come on. And this is, I just, I'm not into gods, into all this. But like you said, energy and what it represents. And yes, she's divine being, not worshipping, but I love her so much since 2 decades. Because, like you said, like I said, our darkest experiences make us rise to our greatest light.
Yeah.
Like if in this 3D world there would be no darkness to catapult us, we will just remain in 3D and everything will be, but consciousness would not rise. But when we are pushed, then we search for the light. When we are beaten, we search for something better, then we rise. So that's how I feel how darkness teaches us. How darkness actually catapults us. So we come to the light. So I have only respect, I mean, for all the beings, and dark beings also, they have purpose here. But I don't believe in their ways and I don't act in their ways. I don't focus on their ways. But if their
Well,
ways comes, I take it as a teacher.
yeah. Yeah.
Like this.
The bottom line is that light can control you as much as dark can. And nothing can control us unless we give it permission. We are sovereign, free souls. We are that. We are more than the I am soul. The I am soul to me is the bridge. It's a bridge between, and I have to give a shout out and props to my friend Unity Grace for explaining this to me. But the soul, to me, this is just my interpretation, is that piece of us that is eternal,
Yeah.
that lives through all these incarnations, and that is bridging these lower densities and higher densities together
Mm-hmm.
to expand creation to a place it's never been before.
Yes.
And that darkness you speak of, I see as her, capital Her, her. That energy that is creation. And for those of you who don't know, I'll just be blunt. God is not a woman. I mean, not a man, it's a woman. If we want to put it in those terms. But my point is, she took the role of the holy darkness. She took the role of the holy darkness to bring this place into balance. So we could expand not just the earth and ourselves, but the entire multiverses.
Yes.
Yeah. So I share that. I resonate with what you're saying. I totally get that. I totally get that.
Because if we hate something, we oppose something, then we are acting in dark ways. But if we see the teacher, we follow the teacher, and we rise, then we got it. That's why I like to say opposites unite. You know? And you have Radha and Krishna. He's black, she's golden. You know, the Indian couple of love. You know, it's like Krishna, Christ, like this. And actually, but I love his darkness because he says, I turn my light in. I turn my light in so that she can shine. You know, I don't want to disturb her because then I don't see her. She's my sole pleasure. It's like darkness in this world. It's like against, you know, I like, but I love that Krishna analogy. No, I will not shine so that I can enjoy her shine and enjoy her beauty. It's just like native legends that sun goes in the night down to enjoy the shine of the stars and the moon, he turns his light down. That's I feel like I like to say, would you see the stars if there would be no darkness? So as we rise to 5D in this world, darkness is to serve as template for the light so the light can shine. No more separation.
So you know, it goes back. It goes back to in the States. They have this story. What came first, the chicken or the egg? And so, creation is creation, and we're at a point now. And you put it so eloquently. To step back and allow her to shine,
Yes.
and not just the divine feminine or the female incarnations, but the mother goddess in all of us. Allow
Yes.
her to shine.
Yes.
Let her power and her love, because if you think about it, like in the experience of the human incarnations that we've had, if you look at a mother, a mother that carries, I would almost say it's all mothers. Say their son or their daughter gets convicted of murder and is imprisoned, and it did something so heinous or whatever. The mother never, ever gives up, ever, and never stops loving. What are you smoking? medicinal marijuana.
Everything medicinal. But I just something little.
You got a prescription for medicinal marijuana. And let me say that, let me just make this comment as we're having this. That's what I love about this show, because it's not an interview. It's two people getting to know each other in front of all of our friends, or with all of our friends, not really in front, but with all of our friends. It's like we're all sitting in a room and
Yes.
just talking. And that's what I love about it. But I just want to say this about, everything is internal.
My
We have a
phone.
problem. Uh-oh, what happened?
Okay, it's done. Something was now it's okay. Please continue.
Well, what I was going to say is that, I had a friend of mine sit me down about a week ago, and she said to me, here in Sedona, my sister, who I love very much, and she said, I just want to tell you something. I don't smoke or drink or cuss. And this is how I align with the infinite. I don't care if other people do. I just can't be in that environment. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's 3 strikes for me. You know what I mean? But I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that no matter what it is, if something makes you uncomfortable about someone else, if you feel they shouldn't do this or should do that, I mean, this is really a message coming to ourselves. And right now, okay, and right
Because
you're gonna make me join you. I just got my medicinal marijuana prescription.
very nice, very nice.
But what I'm trying to say is, the whole transition is about embodying what? Embodying who we are.
Yes.
What you do privately, why wouldn't you do it publicly?
Yeah.
Like you said earlier at the top of the show, the things that we try to hide are the very things that when we bring them together in this 2 or more scenario, these are the things that carry the highest activations. And it's not what they're doing or what they say. It's the fact that they are being themselves.
Yes.
That is what lights the freaking world up.
Yes. Like if I smoke little weed, why would I not show it publicly? I smoke a lot. Why would I hide it? Why would I hide it? Then I'm hiding something again, and this I don't want to do. This I don't want to do. So smelling nice.
That's some good herbs right there, right? Yeah. So do you have any poetry within your reach?
Yes.
Something you could
When you mentioned naked, I thank you that you reminded me, because I would forget. Actually, Naked was the first poem I wrote, and I don't need to search it now on computer or anything. I will just tell it in a heart. It was like I have posted a picture of Krishna, and he's stolen the clothes of all these young girls, and he hang it on the tree, and he is there sitting on the tree. This is the picture I got. And I wrote, "Get naked, beloved. Get naked. All these clothes of religion, assumption, opinions are taking you down. How will you swim in this ocean of love if you don't get naked? You will drown. Get naked of all your illusions. Get naked of your religion. Get naked. Naked. I feel not naked this close, but show your soul. Show
Wow.
Get your mask
That's powerful.
yourself. That's the message of this. Like, how will you swim in this ocean of love with this heavy clothes on you? You will sink. You have to get naked so you can swim in this ocean.
So I can imagine all of us sitting around a body of water and everybody's standing there with these clothes on. It's like that old story about the emperor with no clothes.
Yeah.
When the tailor, I don't know what happened, but he walked outside naked and everybody was laughing. And he thought he had, yeah, you get it. So we're all standing around this body of water and somebody takes all their clothes off and just jumps in and starts swimming and laughing. And that's all it takes.
Yes.
That's
And
the
then everybody
wisdom.
else will join.
Then somebody else jumps in and it's like a wildfire.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got to get to the next show, which is in 16 minutes with the beautiful divine goddess, Michelle Phillips.
Oh,
Who
yes.
I just want to say, let me just take a second, please. And thank you for
Thank you.
allowing me to do this. Michelle Phillips healed herself from multiple sclerosis and many other things. And I don't get a chance to talk to people, as you know, on messaging and such. But I just want to say to her that I am with her. I support her. She has an incredible message. She's an incredible divine goddess, and we will get her message out there because they do come her expressions from the heart. So thank you, Michelle. We're going to be there in 15 minutes. I'm going to hook you up in about 10 minutes. I want to thank you, my brother. I look forward to more collaborations.
And always welcome. And thank you for showing me this. I will now go maybe with somebody live also sometime. Thank you for this. And I just want to say something for the end if I can. Why we smoke? Why you smoke in front of camera? Why I do? Many can judge, many can do. But why I do it? Because I want to tell to people, be yourself. Don't hide it. Those who love you, they will accept it. That's what I do. Show yourself. If they don't like it, they don't like you. Because this is who you are. This is with these words I want to end. And thank you so much for hosting me. And thank you for this beautiful energy. I still see Mother Cow in you. I see one, like you have one white spot here, and like this, you are very beautiful. Thank you so much. And you are always welcome. We're going to repeat this whenever
Well,
you are busy.
yeah, we are going to. We're going to do it again and again. So, we've come out of a certain paradigm where we might have a drink and have a toast. But today, we're going to have a smoke. So, together with you to celebrate, to have a little soul revival, and like you said, to be ourselves. So, I'm going to hit this bowl one time with you, for you, and all those that are there. This is an energetic expression. It's
Yeah.
not, any type of cockiness or arrogance. It's just an energetic expression with my brother and everyone else here.
Like we did many years ago, you remember?
We got to be who we are. If it doesn't resonate, we all find our own soul tribes. Like begets like.
Yes.
Why don't you get that flute out as we're going out?
Yeah, put this flute away and put this flute out.
All right. Yeah. Let's see if we can play something going out the door. $33 in the house. Down to 0 point. It ain't no tightrope. It's miles and miles wide. All been tried. Face inside can't be denied. Man, I'd love to make some music with you and collaborate. We're going to do that. It's all been done. It's all been done energetically. And I think that's another thing.
This now is eternal, and the world is ours. We did not even begin yet.
Well, I want to point that out to everybody that so much of what we do energetically, and in the linear, it comes later. But it's coming faster and faster, some things, and some things take longer. But thank you, my brother. Thank you for creating with me today. And I look forward to our next. There's 111 reactions. All these numbers popping out at me. All right. We're going to come on with Michelle Phillips in 10 minutes. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you so much. And let the love always be with you. You are that love. And I'm also, and we all of you, you all are love. Be blessed with love. Namaste.
Take care.